Happy Friday. Wait, what the heck, CZ? Why do you get the big screen?
Because I'm awesome. I'm a
Okay,
wizard.
fair enough. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It's me, your host, Joe Monroe. Welcome to the Joe Monroe Show. And as with me, as always, the only wizard in podcasting, the man who will throw a fireball if he don't like you, like Aleister Black did. Ladies and gentlemen, the wizard CZ.
How's it going, Joe?
Brother, it's been, thank God it's a 3-day weekend for work. I'm telling you.
I'm jealous. We don't get Columbus Day off up here.
Ah, dang, really?
Really? I wish.
Well, that stinks. Well, I'll tell you something that's not going to stink is this episode. I got a really good friend with me, with us tonight. CZ, this is the type of podcasting you're used to. So if I suck at this, I'm just going to tag you.
I'm sure you won't. I'll let you in on the secret that Nick and I have. The interview leads itself.
This is true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time. This man has been all over the place. He's been a champion, and his story is going to be an awesome one. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome none other than Keenan Bell.
Ain't no way, dude. The first thing you do, Joe, is pronounce my name.
What? What'd I do?
Keenan Bell.
Oh, well.
Bell, Joe, Bell.
Damn
Man,
it.
you're lucky I don't hang up
instead
right
of an E.
now. I knew you was going to pull these shenanigans when you asked me to be on the show, Joe.
No, hang on. It was Mark. Mark's the one that did it, okay?
Okay, we'll blame Mark. What's up, Caesar? You doing all right today, baby?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing well, and I appreciate you asking because Joe didn't ask me.
What? You immediately started arguing with me.
You said my last name wrong, Joe.
Well, my bad.
This is my debut on the Joe Monroe Show, and you say Keenan Bell. But it's okay because I've been balling. I have been last year.
Well,
I've been doing my thing.
So
it fits me.
There
we go.
He did spell your name right on the graphic. I will point that out.
I appreciate that.
Not in my notes. My notes is right here in front of my computer. It said ball, and I'm going to whoop my brother. But
he does it for content, man. He does it for content.
But brother, welcome to the show. I'm happy you're
here. What's up, Joe?
Let me get this fixed up real quick because I had it fixed up nice and neat, and then CZ had to come in and take the big screen and let's see how we do this.
Whoa. I don't know. Get that off of there. They don't need me up there.
There we go. Technical difficulties as always on the show. I blame Mark. We love Mark. No, I don't.
You're a good man, Mark.
There we go. All right, finally.
We go. Finally.
See, it never fails. We started early, talked a little bit 30 minutes before. We always had technical difficulties on this stupid show. You know who I blame?
Do it for content.
I don't blame Mark. I blame Tanahoma. That's who
Tanahoma.
I blame Tana. That's just a pop CZ. Oh, man. Anyways, welcome to the show.
Who's really to blame, Joe? It's that fake wizard son of a bitch, Rob Kammerer, that puts me on the show every once in a while.
All right, let's behave tonight. This is going to be a great show.
Absolutely.
So, Keenan, tell us your story, brother. How in the world did you get started loving this crazy sport we all know and love called professional wrestling?
I'm going to tell you what, man. It really starts out when I was just a little child here on Johnson Street, the place I hail from, man. And to be honest, I don't talk about my dad a lot, but my dad bought me my first wrestling set ever. It was Bret Hart versus Jerry the King Lawler. And I didn't even know what they were. But man, I started tuning in faithfully. Monday Night Raw, I became a fan, and now we're here now. I'm trying to find my place in the game.
All right. So when did you start really applying yourself like, hey, I can possibly do this one day?
I tell you what, she's going to hate me bringing her up, but I love her to death. I love her family to death. Man, I was a school teacher, Joe, for 6 years. Man, I was sitting out in the hallway during COVID. I said, you know what? I'm going to be world champion. She looked at me and she laughed. I started training, man. I got in the gym. I lost a little weight, learned how to maneuver in this chair. I started boxing. That took me on some platforms. Man, now here I am. Ended up on a podcast, and I showed Knoxville who I was, and they loved me.
Good. So, not many people know this. I kind of hid the fact that it was in the chair. That you are in a chair. You're in a wheelchair. Not.
Joe,
So, do you
you
want to?
can't tell my secrets, man.
Well, I'm
There's
sorry.
probably some young lady out here, and she's gonna take me for my check. Okay. I never I never present the fact that I'm in a wheelchair until I know. Hey, but yeah, you got that right, man. I've been in a wheelchair for 15 years, man. I'm 33 years old, so if you do the math, I've almost been in a wheelchair as long as I've been, on Earth.
So, do you want to talk about how that happened?
Man, I tell you what, Joe. If I talk to you about it, man, I'm gonna have flashbacks. I'm gonna go out here. I don't know what's gonna happen. I might relapse. I don't know, Joe. I
Okay.
don't know. Okay,
Okay.
but Joe, I'm gonna tell you the story because this is the Joe Monroe Show. All right, all right.
All right. All right.
Where you want me to start, Joe?
I start at the beginning, man. This is your story. We want to hear
Let
it.
me tell you what. I was working at Kroger. I just signed to play college football. A lot of people know where I'm from. I was a prospect on the football field. Started playing. I just signed to play college football here locally where I'm from. And I met a girl on MySpace. Had a chick at home, man. We won't talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I had a chick at home, but I met a girl on MySpace, man. Um, I was supposed to go to two proms that year. I had an all-star game and a trip to New York already ready to go. But I took a joyride down to another county close to me. People live in the Hart County area. I was down in there joyriding, man. Went to see the chick, and on my way home, I got T-boned by a man that was trying to be the yellow light. Um, Ugly situation. My cousin was with me. It tore my aorta. It broke my jaw in two different places. It broke seven of my ribs, and because the aorta severed, they were forced to kind of clamp off the blood flow to my lower extremities for 22 minutes, and that kind of put me in a that put me in the situation I'm in now, to where I can't ambulate. I still do have complete feeling, so I definitely feel everything. The shit hurts, but but yeah, that's what put me in a wheelchair, man. And that was back April 18th, 2010. Me and April don't get along, man, because I ended up losing my right leg April 4th, 2023, when I was 31. So, me and April, we don't get along, so we're gonna have to talk about it one of these days.
Put you and April in a match. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she's a whore.
but before that, you was telling me off camera you had a full scholarship for football,
Absolutely. I
and
played here locally at Campbellsville University. It's a NAIA school. It's a private school, Christian college.
but they honored it after the accident.
Absolutely, they did. They did. I had a great support system when I came back home. And I didn't miss a day of school either. I got hurt April 18th. When campus opened up, I moved in on campus, still had my mouth wired shut. It just was about to get them clipped off. Still had staples. I had a great support system. I had friends that carried me up steps to classes. I had coaches that always made sure I was there, and they honored my scholarship as long as I was there. That's correct. So, always a Tiger. I love Campbellsville. I'm a Campbellsville man. I strive to be a pillar here in Campbellsville.
Well,
It's
shout
good
out
to
to
have.
Campbellsville University.
Absolutely.
It's definitely good to have that kind of support system, especially in any facet. Having a support system is important, but especially that scenario for sure. Um, what what was training like for you when you decided to get into the business, get into boxing, and get into the business?
I tell you what, first,
Okay, did we lose Keenan?
What'd you do, Joe?
I didn't do anything.
no, you're good. I'm here. First of all, shout out to Campbellsville Boxing University. Uh, my homies definitely put me through the ringer. They didn't treat me no different than anybody. I've been in a wheelchair. That's just how it is. They sit in front of me. We train, we cardio, and we spar. They didn't treat me any different. Even down to the people I wrestled with and trained with. Man, is a different perspective when you do everything from the waist up. So my shoulders have to be my legs. So the first thing I got working on was shoulder endurance. I do a lot of arm bikes. I do a lot of heavy bags, a lot of pushes and pulls, because that's what I do naturally. But a lot of shoulder work. They didn't take anything easy on me. I'm very thankful for that. That's led me to the places I'm at.
Beast. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been on some platforms. I don't know if you know who Brandon Kelly is. Shout out to him. He's number one middleweight in Rough and Rowdy. Me and him threw a couple rounds, got down. I've been street beefs. I've been several places from anywhere from Virginia down to Georgia, just showing off my craft. And I've met a lot of great people along the road to add to the tribe, to add to the encouragement that I receive from everybody. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
Having been so many places, do you have a favorite spot that you like to go to? One that stands out more than anything else?
I love being home. And specifically, when I say home, anytime I can bring a show to Campbellsville or I can attend a show in Louisville, I feel like, my backyard. I love being home. I've traveled. I put so many miles, hours in the car, just going places, and possibly not even getting paid to go different places. And that's okay because I do it for the love of the sport. I do it to show the people, the group out there that look like me. And what I mean by that is actually just being blunt, the handicap community, the people that are usually forced to watch on the other side of the barricade. They don't have a hero or they don't have a heel. You know, and I take that responsibility and I put that weight on my back and I'm willing to carry it. And for the love of that, um, man, I'll travel anywhere. But my favorite place to perform and to put on shows are definitely here at home, in my radius, around my people, my community that know me, that watch me grow up, that watch me persevere through trials and tribulations. And I love performing in front of them. I really do. And we had a great turnout at Campbellsville University. Can't wait to go back. We have great turnouts in Louisville when we go there. Can't wait to go back.
I love that passion, and you have to have some love for the business to be a part of it. But yeah, that passion to be the voice of, like you saw, the handicapped community, like you said, to be that standout hero for them. That's awesome, and
Stand out. That's a
that's gonna
crazy
be my
word to use, CZ. Here
what's
you
that?
go. You're doing it for content again. You said stand out. I heard you.
CZ.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Lord have mercy. We're going to get canceled. I thought Tanner was going to be the one. Oh man, but yeah, like a pillar is what there's another word we could use. A pillar for the community.
Hey, I'm a stand-up citizen.
That's
I try to be.
you freaking did
I try to be. I try to be. I want to be. I want to be their leg in the game. You know what I'm saying?
God.
I want to be their leg in the game.
So in case people didn't know, you have a really good sense of humor.
I'm a glass half full guy.
You kind of have to, man. Especially today's world, you got to be
Yes.
kind of like the glass half full.
You really do. But I tell you what, when me and somebody's going back and forth, and they pull up the wheelchair situation, I automatically won. That's a win to me. If you have to pull that shit up, dude, you lost. That's how it is. You're reaching, buddy.
Yeah.
Go
Wow,
there, brother.
Yes. Oh, state the obvious, there, Captain.
Exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm all right, man. I thought about a couple pirate gimmicks. I thought of I come up with everything, man. I'm the wheelchair Ric Flair, baby. You know how that goes.
There's a shirt right there. The
I'm
wheelchair
telling
There's
you,
Ric
a
Flair.
shirt. There's your clip for the week.
bro, I'm not your role model.
Dang.
Hey, all up here, I'm telling you.
The wheelchair dude, I gotta make that. There's your shirt
Dude,
right there.
wheelchair lucha libre. When I come with that as the mask Wachario, that's when you know shit's getting silly.
Lord of mercy.
Dude, I'm telling you.
When that happens, I need YouTube links because that's going to be entertaining as hell.
I'm telling you. And I don't know who that guy is. He's just really good. I know that.
Oh man. So let's start. So boxing. You did boxing before wrestling, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. My grandfather That's one thing he loved. I grew up watching Friday night fights. Of course, I'm a little bit down the street from the greatest of all time.
Hmm.
So boxing is very for it not to be, and what's crazy is with this area being such a boxing community, boxing area of the world, these tri-counties, um, there's not a lot of opportunities for boxing down here.
Oh
So
Lord, hang
so
on,
my
Keenan.
friend actually owns a gym. So shout out to him and what he does. He works with the youth, college, adults, females. He does great, and I really believe that to be able to protect yourself in any situation is something everybody has the right to.
Right,
And I've seen people in wheelchairs get taken advantage of, but I mean, I'm gonna fight for mine.
right. Well, speaking of fighting, there's the walrus himself, Brandon T. Wilson, uh, making the
Look
sporadic
at
appearance
Brandon.
on the show.
I hope he stays on that side. What's up, Brandon?
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys are buddy buddy. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, we're associates.
Lord have mercy.
I respect him. I respect that he does what he has to do to get to the places where he got to go. I respect the fact that you don't mess with the church's money. And I love him being in control of the church's money.
Well, don't give him the Reverend Devon gimmick there. So
Dude, and speaking of Devon, dude, he looks terrible. There's no way in hell Bubba Ray would have talked. There's no way. And I'm sorry if Tyrell's out there and he happens to see this because he's a part of Suplex University. Big fan of the Hughes Bros. TNT, big fan. Hope y'all do great things. But man, I would have told my dad to sit your ass down. There's no way Bubba is going to talk me into a ladder match against the Hardys. No, not happening.
I thought we was going to go full Canada there for a moment. God Almighty, I was like, oh no, we don't need the heat of the Dudleys, let alone Bubba.
Yeah, we know how he responds.
But
Man,
yeah,
rough.
so boxing, that's really cool, man. Like you did boxing. So what led from boxing to wrestling?
Well, I'll tell you what. After I got back from Street Beefs,
Mhm.
once again, another one of my another inspiration to me growing up, knowing that he lives in the area and the accomplishments he's made. A shout out to Warren Wolf
Mhm.
out there. He actually, after I did the boxing thing, Warren kind of became familiar. We became familiar with each other, and that actually led me to meeting Jerry the King Lawler.
Okay.
And I went up there, and when I got there, the first thing Jerry said to me is, "Keenan, been watching your videos all afternoon." And so when he gave me, I just being a fan of the sport and getting that acknowledgement from him, it just when I went back home, I was like, I'm gonna be in this wrestling business somehow. Like nobody else has done it. I thought it would hit big. Like I said, who represents this community? And I got every box. Come on, man. Let's be honest. I got every box checked. I'm a minority. I'm handicapped. I I cover the circle, baby. So I'm telling you, if you it's a gold mine. I really think the formula just has to be accepted. And that's the hardest thing for people to do. The hardest thing for somebody to do is to clothesline me out of my chair. But I'm begging for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm your heat guy. You want to draw some heat? Knock a person over in a wheelchair and see what the crowd says to you.
So you mentioned before the wrestling starts. Let's put a pin in that for just a minute. You
Okay.
actually went down to not the Knoxville area and did a podcast like this.
Absolutely. I was featured on Knoxville Wrestle Talk for 3 episodes. I got to work with the Lawson brothers down there. That introduced me to the greater Knoxville area, which has supported me ever since. It's crazy. Sometimes you have to go away from home to find, for strangers to be like, "Hey, I hear you. I'm interested. This is what This is what I got for you." And they offered me a spot on there. I went down there. I had a great time. Um, Like Charles, hey, big fan of that guy right
Champ. What
there.
the hell?
The
I would never.
champ, Charles Colton himself, the ultimate opportunist of this era. Love that guy to death. Hope him and Trace are doing great tonight. Um,
I would
but
never
yeah,
do that for the record. I just want to put that out. I would never not. Hey, my wife's even called me a lot. This is bullcrap. I would never knock anyone who's in a wheelchair out of their chair.
Just old ladies with canes, right? You'd
Oh
knock
my
people
God,
out
that
the
was
window?
one time, and no, never again.
Man, I mean, but see, that's the thing about it. We talk about equal opportunity. If I'm going to slap you in the face with a pepperoni pizza, I expect you to push me out of my chair. And that's exactly what happened. And, you got to include people sometimes, even if it's ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Include them in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I love the sport and I'm built for it. I'm different. I'm not fragile at all. I'm built for it. I consider myself a different breed, man. I can take it and I enjoy it. And I can take it and I can give it back.
So speaking of taking it, you first appearance, public appearance you made in the wrestling sport was at Brad Cash's birthday bash.
Brad Cash birthday bash 2023. I was featured in a match with him and Chase Stevens. You're exactly right. That's the first match that I was ever featured in. Now, of course, that wasn't the first show I ever worked for. Of course, we can go all the way back, like you said, to KZW over there in Shopville Gymnasium. That's the first show that I was ever invited to be a part of.
Oh,
To where
okay.
I get, but now, as far as getting physical and
Yeah.
actually working, yeah, absolutely. Anytime I go down to Knoxville, I get to get jiggy with him. And my first match was at Brad Cash birthday bash. Love him, the Kirklands, great friends. Love Chaser to death. If you know Chase Steven, you know he's gonna show up and show out every time. Knoxville really helped kickstart me and raise me in the game. I've had several feuds down there in Knoxville. Great time. I've worked for TPW down there. Had a feud with Lazarus Black, good friend. I've worked for TWA with Dusty Sharp
Mhm.
and all those great guys down there in Alcoa. Love those guys to death, man. I've been all around Knoxville. They gave me a chance to really show what I can do, and through the grace of God, that trickled back up here to Kentucky, and I get to work closer to home now.
Yep.
So I kind of want to know: was the transition from boxing to wrestling, was it easy? Was it difficult? What was that transition like?
You know what? As far as work ethic and learning, see, but you can't play box. You don't play wrestle either. But as far as going from a sport that is, as we know, sometimes, well, coming from a sport that's 100% in your face, and and being in a wheelchair, you can't run. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, you there in somebody's face, and you learn how to take hits. Boxing helped me lose gun shyness. I can sit in the cockpit and I could see a bump coming or a hit coming. It doesn't bother me. So it's really helped me calm down. I make better decisions. I make more sound decisions. None of my, they're not in a rush. So boxing taught me how gracefulness.
Mhm.
That's what boxing taught me. Now wrestling taught me a lot of history and different styles. So, but being in a wheelchair, I don't get no footwork in. So I mean, it's all upper body strength, all grappling, elbow collar for me. And with my gimmick, or as the I portray, a wheelchair boxer. So I mean, it's not wasn't a rough transition at all. I'm very thankful for the people that helped polish me and tune me up to where I am now. You have to be I'm polished because I was a follower before I became a leader. And I really appreciate everybody that's taken time to work with me and show me how to do things properly, show me how to work safe and snug. I really appreciate those guys. It wasn't a hard transition at all.
Beautiful, beautiful. So the first time you ever took a bump,
Boy,
being you were, yeah. I'm curious. I'm sorry, this may sound wrong, but I'm curious.
I have to shoot you that video.
Yeah, you're going to have to. I wish, damn it, I wish I would have thought of it when we would have been able to put it on here. But when you took your first bump, how did it feel?
Man, Seymour, Tennessee. I was up against Lazarus Black and J.W. Dalton was going at it up there. We were in Seymour, right outside Knoxville. We was at a place called the Chatterbox Tavern. And it was outside. So the bump took place on the ground.
Oh,
My first ever bump, there was glass everywhere from where they had light tubes exploding. And the thing was, I hit Laz. It was my fault. I hit Laz with a piece of pizza, and maybe I stepped over the line. but that was a long time ago. But I hit Laz in the face with a piece of pizza, and after he won the match, he got out the ring and he pushed my ass out of the wheelchair, and I went head over heel, and I hit the ground, bro. And I just remember how stiff and how hard the ground was. But man, it once again, that's about being gun shy. So after you take that first one, I'm ready to do it over and over. It can't hurt any worse, to me. And I've taken several since, and that's what I do.
Man, I mean, started all with a piece of pizza, and
A
it
piece of
forever cemented.
pepperoni pizza, man. Wasn't even that damn good.
So
And
what?
man, it was super overpriced too. We'll throw that out there too. So Chatterbox need to do better. Pizza was terrible.
So while in Tennessee, this is something you talked about this past Saturday. You
Mhm.
actually was a television champion.
Absolutely.
You want
For
to talk about that?
TPW. Yeah, I actually the feud led up to the Suplex University TV Championship being held down there for TPW event, actually at the Chatterbox. And after Lazarus Black won his hardcore battle, yeah, I put him down for the 3. And hell, I'm never defended the belt, so I guess I'm the longest reigning Suplex University TV champion of all time since it's been a year ago.
Whoa, hold up. Hang on, I'm just getting some news here.
Go ahead.
So it looks like just today we spoke about Campbellsville University. Looks like Triple Crown Wrestling, exclusively here on the Joe Monroe Show, just signed a new contract today to be featured back on February the 26th of 2026.
Absolutely. And let me tell you about that Campbellsville faithful. They live for If you know anything about Campbellsville University is a wrestling school. They have a very good women's program, very good men's program. And actually, if you know anything about their feeder programs around here, the high schools in the area feature very good wrestlers as well, especially from Taylor County. So let me tell you what, Campbellsville had one of the most electric crowds last year when we went over there for that Valentine's Day show, and they showed up and showed out. We had a great time. It's going to be a great time this year. Definitely, I know if I could speak on behalf of Brandon, definitely grateful for a good working relationship with that university over there. And I can't wait to come back. Maybe we can come back eventually more than once a year. I'd love to be there regularly.
Shoot, maybe you might have to call me into going this time.
Man, I'm telling you what, man. Doors always open down here.
I know.
Absolutely.
I know. We'll talk about that. A little later on in the show. But what made you want to come up here to good old Kentucky to start?
Well, I'm from Kentucky, man.
Well, I know that, but wrestling was.
Oh, I just want to be close to home. I like working close to home. There's a lot of big opportunities up here. I'd actually developed a kind of like a bone infection to where I could have had surgery at any time due to my leg being amputated. So I just kind of wanted to work around home. Didn't want.
Dang it, CZ.
Not my fault. This is what you get for having Rob come on the podcast every once in a while. Curses.
Oh, okay. Now we see the problem.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry, Rob.
Canada. Fucking Canada. Fucking damn. I swear to God. Oh, and just signed the contract today, Keenan. Where'd he go?
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he can hear us. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. Well, and he dipped out. So we'll see what's going on. Keenan will be back. What the heck happened?
Hey, technical difficulties happen, man. Live podcasting, anything is possible.
Yep. I blame Canadian intelligence. So
Yeah, man. Sorry about that. They've been talking about it's the Joe Monroe Show. This ain't on Keenan's bad.
No, goodness. No.
But ask me that question again, Joe.
Dude, I even forgot what the question was.
Good job, Joe.
Here we go. All right. New topic.
All right.
Topic. Oh, yeah. What? Dadgummit.
You broke it again, Joe.
I did not touch a dadgum thing. It is not me. It's not me.
Says the guy who's in charge of the show.
It's
your name on the show, Joe.
Well, I get it, but
have we been invaded?
Now, maybe again.
Or do you have
Well,
Gremlins?
Wilson did pull up, so he may be pulling a fast one on me. The interview's getting good, probably too good.
I blame Gremlins. I'm
You blame
officially
Gremlins.
blaming Gremlins.
Well, yeah, it is that time of year. They come around the Halloween holiday season, so it wouldn't surprise me if those scary little green things or blue things or whatever you see them at come out. Get it out together. Get it out together. I think you mean get it together. Well, we're trying. Keenan's finally back.
I'm
We'll
back.
see
I
what's
don't know
going on.
what's going on this end, man. It's the atmosphere.
It could be. You're probably giving too much machismo down there or something.
Hey, I turn the lights off and on,
Oh,
baby.
good Lord.
Hey, Campbellsville did begin the champ era. Campbellsville loves Charles Colton.
I don't like his tactics, but I got to give credit where credit's due. So,
Hey, man, you just got to do what you got to do to,
he is champ.
that's
He is
fine
champ.
with me.
But back to what I was saying.
Go ahead, Joe.
What made you want to get? You said I asked what made you want to come up here to good old Kentucky home, and you said
Yeah, just
you
being able
felt
to
like
work
staying
closer,
closer to home.
entertain, yeah, closer to home, especially with my situation, and being able to entertain, the people that I love and people that love me, people that watch me grow up and watch me go through the trials and tribulations. It's always good. My mom and dad don't get to come to a lot of shows. My son doesn't get to come to a lot of shows if I'm traveling outside the state. So when I get to, have it locally in the area, I'm fortunate enough to say that my parents can come to my shows, my son gets come to my shows, and and that's really who I the people that put the battery in my back. Yeah, Austin Michaels, there he is.
He said it's not him. Well, you got two former members here, so I don't think it's you this time, Austin. I'll
Yeah,
leave you alone.
yeah, that's my man down there. Hope he's doing well.
So, what was the first company you got involved? You said KZW.
KZW is the first company that allowed me to work. Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, Johnny Swade's here. What's going on, Johnny?
Dark Suede. Let me tell you something about me and Johnny Suede was yeah, Dark Suede. He's actually one of the people that I got to work with at KZW. Shout out to him. Hope everything's doing well with him and his family. Love that guy to death.
Right. So, how many companies have you worked with so far? I know of three.
Bro, we're gonna have to hey, we might have to sit here and count now. I've worked KZW, TPW, TLW. I've worked for New South. I've done TCW. I've worked let's see. Did I say TWA?
Yeah, you said. I think you mean
Uh,
TSW.
oh no, I've done TSW as well, but I've done Tennessee Wrestling Alliance too.
Yep, you said TWA. No, you
Okay.
didn't. That's what I'm wrong. No, you didn't.
Okay. So yeah, and so what, 8 TSW? You count 8?
Yep, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's 8.
Yeah, yeah. I've worked for 8 companies. I've had the opportunity, of course, to work for more. I had an opportunity to go up to Grindhouse one time, work. Weather, it was snowing down here, so I didn't get to make it to Indiana. Had an opportunity. Shout out to Larry Jones. Opportunity to work for Generation Pro Wrestling next, but once again, technical difficulties, wasn't able to make the show. I hate missing shows. I've gotten a look from Kentucky. What's the new one? Kentucky Championship Wrestling up in Frankfurt, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. Yeah, they came when they did the Miss Elizabeth show. I was actually in the hospital. I missed that show as well. But I hate missing shows. Very grateful for every opportunity that's presented to me. But here lately, I've just been a TCW man. I love TCW where I'm at.
All right. And so what?
Brotherhood for life. It's my man Austin Michaels.
So you can't go ahead. You can talk about that. What happened? What's going on with the Brotherhood there?
That's that. You just sometimes you just got to keep some things in your back pocket, and when what's understood doesn't have to be explained.
Fair
That
enough.
that me and Austin Michaels. Well,
Fair
you're
enough.
part of the
Fair enough.
fraternity,
Yeah.
and
Fair enough.
I
Fair enough.
love
The big
Austin
gold
Michaels
belt
to death.
behind me proves it. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, yeah,
Fair.
you're part of the frat. So once you're brotherhood, you're always brotherhood unless they put you off. And love Austin. He presented me with an opportunity to come down there and bring one of my mercenaries down there to handle some business, and we went down there and we handled business.
Mhm. So Dark Suede said him and the Queen of Darkness will be in Richmond, Indiana, and Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I love that he gets to love that he gets to do what he does. I know he's way more than a 40-mile man right there. He
Absolutely.
travels well. He has a great name. He's a good guy too. Really big fan of Johnny. Love him to death. Joe Hamlin just jumped in here. Another one of my TWA brothers. Love seeing Joe.
Yep.
Um,
Good
I
old
know he
fool. Good old fool's gold. If he's a bad guy, we called him. Good old
Fool's gold
fool's
if he's a
gold.
bad guy. But yeah, another good friend from the down there in Knoxville area. Love always talking to him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Joe Hammond. That's my man right
What's
there.
going on, Joe? But yeah, man, dang, I think me and you. I'm surprised me and you has never crossed paths until TCW.
I'm telling you, I think the first time me and you worked together, what were we at the at the Hall of Fame show?
Yeah, it was the first time we worked together, and
Yep. And I
it
met
was
you
the
at
first
the
time.
Russell County show.
Yeah, it was Russell. We talked to each other then, and
Yep.
then we officially worked together during the Hall of Fame show.
Yep.
And you were like, "Hey, man, you commentating tonight?" Nah, brother. Oh, man, come on. So,
Right.
so yeah, I was a little. I'll always be the fool. Well, at least you're not ashamed to admit it, there, buddy. But hey, I'm kidding, Joe. I love you, man.
It's
But
wild, dude.
but yeah, man, like that whole that got me thinking, and thankfully, thanks to the Triple Crown board, even though Brandon Wilson tried to veto it, we was able to do that this past Saturday in Ferguson. Me and you called the main event.
Yes, we did, which
Yep.
was a hell of a match.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
actually. Oh God, the last man standing match.
yeah,
Uh, Between Brandon Wolf and Champ Charles Colton. Probably
champ
my new
himself,
con.
also.
You know what? Send me the contract. I will look it over. I got to listen with him. I got to look over every little thing because he wants to sneak some stuff in there to try to embarrass the crap out of me. And a lot of the times it does work. I'll give him credit, but I just got to read over it. I'll have CZ. He's probably my new wrestling lawyer to read over
Right.
this stuff. But yeah, man, it was. I had a blast. Like I didn't. No kidding. I've commentated with Wilson. I've commentated with a few other people. Never in my life, aside from my co-host here, CZ, which is why he's my co-host, didn't gel well. Got to have that same chemistry with somebody talking wrestling until like me and you commentated that match because we were on the money right there.
Perfect fit.
Perfect fit.
The perfect fit. You can't deny it. And like we talked about, the thing about me and you, we
No contract. Well, darn.
yeah, you gotta watch him, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
But let me tell you, the thing is like, and I think me and you come from an understanding where we both want to be the best at what we do. We like we sit here and we watch other people do it, and just like a very wise man told me, they only seem like they're better than you, or maybe doing it because they get more repetitions. When you see somebody that's out there just jumping here, and they're everywhere, and but the thing is, you can't beat quality, anything that's of quality. Quantity is never over quality. And so I think that's one thing that me and you strive to do, is being the best at what we do. And I think we have a lot of time, and I think that's the direction we're personally going towards.
Oh yeah, we've seen
Absolutely.
not only in the business but here on podcasting, it's been freaking nuts. And unlike some people, I'm not as condescending as others, but you said that to me. And I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah,
And I
facts. I give
appreciate
you
that.
ropes, baby.
But yeah, man, like this whole, I just on a whim, I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I can do it. Why not? Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Uh,
Absolutely.
Keenan,
uh,
I want to ask you, you're talking about being the best at what you do. Who are your influences? Who do you look at as the best?
Good question.
Well, man, now that's a very, very complex, complex. Now, you mean as in the announcing game, or overall? Are you asking? Yeah, let's break that down, because I can give you some people that I really try to model myself after. Teddy Long is somebody that I really I enjoy listening to his stories, and of course, his stories are stories that were early in the game, and dealing through some of the biases and different things like that. I know one time I was kind of in my feelings about not necessarily being paid, going all the way to Knoxville, traveling 4 hours from home and paying for my own hotel and coming back, and not even being offered. And I kind of was listening to Teddy Long talking, he one time he drove all the way from Atlanta to Richmond, Virginia, to be turned away because the color of his skin, and he had to come back home that night. So just there's a lot of stories in the game that's humbled me when it comes to like behind the business, announcing, commentary, anything like that. I'd have to say Teddy Long, because and at that time I was actually the commissioner at TPW. And so I've been a commissioner as well. I forgot that, but yeah, so yeah, you see, I was a commissioner, and and I know he's done this commissioner work, and he's always in the Tennessee area doing shows as well. And so I just thought about that, and he got me through a couple times. Now, as far as wrestling wise, of
Mhm.
course, with me being in a wheelchair, there's not a lot of leg holds or things that I can do. So I'm big into like joint manipulators. I like technical folk style. I'm a Daniel Brian Danielson. I'm a Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
I like a lot of really strong style. I like hard chops. I like working stiff. I mean snug, not stiff. I love it. I love other wrestlers like growing up. Of course, Bret Hart, executioner excellence. I'm a big fan of the little things that wrestlers do. Also up to Dolph Ziggler. I love how he puts people over. When it comes to me taking bumps and things like that, I've always wanted to strive like Dolph. Dolph is one of those guys that will put like Stevie Richards, like just a person that'll put you over. I never minded being the ladder piece to help somebody go farther. I feel like that's one of my roles in life. And so when it comes to wrestling like that, oh my God, I love dramatic wrestlers. I'm a Kenny Omega guy. As far as some of the new school things, but of course, my favorite all time when you go back, I'm a Macho Man Randy Savage guy. I love showmanship. I love his flamboyancy. I love like big fan, high energy. Big fan of the Macho Man. Roddy Piper, love Roddy Piper. Somebody that made you really feel like his promos. When it comes to promos, Dusty Rhodes and Roddy Piper, and of course Ric Flair are all my so I would that's my group. So I would say my top four is definitely Macho Man, Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, and Ric Flair. When it comes to like the golden ages, and Paul Orndorff, Mr.
Sure.
Wonderful. Oh my God. Paul Orndorff had an aura to where he didn't really have to say much in a promo. He just had that aura, that appearance. And Paul Orndorff was, one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time to me. Shout out to Travis. Me and his son are actually we're pretty good friends, Travis. And he lives down in Kennesaw, Georgia. And love him to death, man. He's a great guy. In the beginning of my career, he reached out and we got to rap a taste. And that's definitely one of the things of advice he gave me was he's like, study tapes of my dad. And he's like, and just look how he didn't have to give a big elaborate promo. He didn't, his presence was felt. And that, oh my God, Paul Orndorff is one of the greatest aura wrestlers I've ever seen, because he really was. He made an impact, and he wasn't yelling about it,
Well, let me ask you a question to that. Do you think that's one thing that's missing in the sport today?
What's that?
What you just said, the aura, the
The
presence of
aura.
somebody.
I think it's something that, you know what, you could say it is and you can say it's not. It really depends to me on the company style and the way they use their wrestlers.
Mhm.
Like, because you still feel it whenever I think about the biggest aura moment I believe we've had lately is probably when The Rock came back as the final boss And you had that scene of Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring holding the Universal title, and you got the blue lightning striking in the back, and then the Brahma Bull. Like that was one of those moments. It was like, yo, this guy's 50 something odd years old, but that aura presence is just crazy. And some wrestlers have it and some don't. Some have to work hard to show you their worth, and then some you really don't appreciate until it's over for them. And that sucks because there's a lot of wrestlers I've come to appreciate more that I've gotten older, and I was able to go back and like Sid Vicious. I can definitely say I appreciate him a lot more. He was another aura guy that a lot of people didn't realize it. When Sid Vicious was in the Memphis area, around that Arkansas area, anytime they had shows there, Sid Vicious was the man.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, um, yeah, some people got it, some people don't. I say that Seth Rollins, he has that aura.
Okay.
He does. He has that majestic majesty feel of him. He really does. CM Punk used to have that aura to me.
So also,
I'll put Jake Roberts in that category.
oh yes.
Yes. Do you trust me? Absolutely. Jake Roberts definitely has that aura.
So
Definitely did.
so
That
here's
slow burn aura. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
love how
really.
he never had to yell.
No, he was
He was
always very
always just a
soft,
quiet
soft
whisper, and it always
spoken like
got to you.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're
Always had
exactly
this
right.
aura where he would just pull you in like this. You're going to listen to everything I say. Stuff like that. I think
Very
honestly,
true.
if some of like I hate saying but wrestlers who aren't in big companies, that's why I don't like saying independent that much. Who are in pro wrestling, not sports entertainment. There we go. That's a better way to say it. That's something I think that one person they can study from and kind of help them promo wise. Because I've done interviews, I know shy of that,
Mhm.
and that's one thing about watch Roberts, watch those guys, make people want to watch you, make them focus, pull them in. But yeah, man. So last question, one of the last questions I have, and CZ may have another one too. What would you? You're a pillar in your community. We've established that plenty
I've
of
tried.
times.
I've tried. I've done some things.
Oh,
I
dude, you've done
mean,
a lot. You've done more
I've
than what you think. Uh, what would be the biggest advice you would give someone, whether it be in a situation like yours or not, um, that who want to get into wrestling and or boxing? What would
okay.
be the biggest piece of advice you would give them?
You have to believe in your self worth. You have to be honest with yourself. Is this something, especially when it comes to boxing? This is something I want to do. But the thing is, the biggest advice you can give anybody is to take training serious, show up on time, be respectful, always be willing to learn. You don't go in there thinking you know everything. That's what wrestling and boxing. I say you take care of your training partner in both sports. The most valuable thing you have is your training partner. So protect your training partner. Like I said, like I always say, it's okay to work snug, never work stiff. Always have a good attitude. Make people be enjoyable to be around. You know, I've been in a wheelchair for 15 years, and I've been without a right leg for 2 years, going on 3 years. Nobody wants to hear me complain. The situation is always going to be the situation at hand, no matter, and that's just the card you're dealt. So you have to play with the card you got. Sometimes you're going to get goldfish, sometimes you're not, but there's going to be a new hand dealt after. So just try to stay optimistic, stay encouraging to others, and just keep the willingness to learn, man. That's it. Always be willing to learn and listen. Um, Respect your coach, respect yourself, respect your training partners. That's show up on time, be perky and punctual.
Okay.
That's what I would tell anybody that's looking to get into wrestling.
Okay.
Man, that's a great way to kind of close things out, Joe. Good question.
Do you have a question, CG? Last
I
question.
I don't think I can follow that one.
Well, to anyone that doesn't believe, Keenan's going to say this to you next time. Next time you cross his path, and to Wilson,
You're wild, bro.
This is for you, Wilson. This is what I think of you.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring, and then I start eating garbage.
Dude, what were they? The Birds of Freedom? I love Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Dude, that episode wore me out. Dude, Roddy Piper was on that episode.
The maniac loves you, kid.
Yeah. Yeah, then Roddy Piper's like living in his car or some shit. That's hilarious.
Which is sad because, I've seen that happen before in the sport. Gosh. But yeah.
You never really know. That's why you gotta be kind to people, man, because
exactly.
you really don't know. Like, wrestling is an escape for me as well. I kind of feel eye level to everybody. Being in a world where I've been forced to be waist down, you know what I'm saying, on ass level with everybody. Boxing and wrestling is something that kind of have brought people down to my, I kind of meet you in the middle.
Right.
And some people are curious. Some people don't think I need to do this, but hey, man, I'm built for it, and I hope to be around the wrestling game for a long time.
With your capability on the mic, that's not going to be a problem. Question. Actually, I do got a question. You miss it? You miss being in the ring?
I do. I do miss being in the ring, but the way I look at it is I've had a bone infection from where I've lost my leg, and I'm still healing from that. Mm-hmm. So I'm on the IR. I'm doing commentary right now. But as soon as I get this leg sewed up, and be kicking ass with my good foot.
Keenan, for those who are new to you, like myself, where can we find you on social media, and where can we see you around? Well, for you down in Kentucky, down south, I'm a little too far for that. It's an 8.5 hour trip for me, but so I'll follow you on social. But where can we find you?
Man, you can always find me on Facebook. I'm actually monetized now, so I got the little blue check. So you can find me on Facebook. My whole name, Keenan Bell, the name my mother and my grandmother gave me. You can find me always. You can come to Suplex University right there on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. We got about 1,600 people in it. It's a mix between professional wrestlers and fans. Come in there. Feel free to post. Feel free to shoot. Feel free to anything you feel like. You can, in my room, we welcome all. Just come participate. Be a part of the Suplex University family.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't blocked me from posting so much.
I love it, dude. I appreciate you.
But man, you know what? This has been great. I knew when talking to you Saturday, you was like, dude, I need to get on the show. I'm like, actually, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. Why not?
Best idea we had all night, Joe.
Yeah, best idea. Best idea. Get the same.
And it wasn't even Joe's, and this is his show.
Oh my God.
Man, Colton is wild, man.
You know what? That's fine. You know what? Let them comment. That just means they miss me more than they realized. It's fine.
They do. And they're tuned in.
Oh yeah, they're tuned in.
They're tuned in, baby.
Yeah. It's okay. That's because, me, you, and the wizard. We got a wizard to make it magical. So it's okay.
What it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'll sacrifice it.
Whoa.
I don't have too much more to sacrifice for it. But you know how that goes.
He's not that kind of wizard. We don't sacrifice here. No.
Okay. Wrong episode.
No, wrong episode.
Wrong episode. I got you.
I'm just blessed. Yeah, there we go. There you go. I'll balance out. Okay, yeah.
It's true because that's why I said on top of this. We know. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know. We know. But yeah, man, this has been a great time. You know what? I think CZ, should we send him an invite to the round table?
Oh, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
What? I would love to be on the round table.
Okay, we'll put you on the round table. Shoot, yeah, we'll put you on there. You can. Listen, you know what? I know November we're having debate month, which means every Friday of that month is going to be a debate for the round table. It's going to be round table episodes all freaking month.
And Joe's a master debater.
What?
Wow.
God,
Yeah,
the funny thing is, oh God, I love that episode of South Park. So did Kirk. When you can laugh at yourself. Oh, there's Emily. Hey, Emily, tell your dad I said hey, and make sure he goes to bed and drinks his warm glass of milk.
That's not.
Tunes in for yeah, okay.
Hey,
Made
man,
it better,
I
netter.
appreciate it.
Made
I
it netter.
appreciate that, Brandon. You know, I do what I can, man. I always try to, boost you guys up. I love you guys to death. You know.
Yeah, yeah. You take your side. I'm gonna stay on this side. Okay, I'll
Hey,
stay on.
man.
Let me
So,
stay
hey,
on the right side of things. You can
you know
stay
where the
on.
grass is greener.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know,
Right.
I've been on that side. Wasn't pleasant. I let
Church
it go.
doors are open. Congregation's growing.
You know what? Don't tempt me with a good time, baby. Don't tempt me with a
Man,
good
you come
time.
on over. I'll let you in the back.
I don't know. I didn't like how. You know what? Let's talk about Saturday a little bit. We got a little bit of time. We got about
Yeah, we
5
got some time. Why not?
Yeah, Saturday. Something I'm disgusted by, and believe it or not, it's not Wilson or Charles Colton.
Okay.
It's one Kevin Sinclair. What he did to my good friend. Yeah, I'm.
His name you can't remember.
The man from Roslyn, Scotland.
Yeah, I'm pissed off. Yeah, that's how mad I am. Like, you take out Christopher Matthews like that. That's unsportsmanlike. He thinks he's the pillar of professional wrestling.
You
Get out of
know,
here, crazy Scott.
sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Now I like Matthews. I call him Mr. Midnight because he's usually the first person there and the last one to leave the gym. If you know anything
Absolutely.
about Chris, he's a hard-working man. But let me tell you something. Sometimes you got to lay that dog down. And when we're a person like Kevin Sinclair, now hold on now, Joe. I know now. Come on. With a man like Kevin Sinclair, who's been battling up the ranks here lately. Let's not act like we haven't been a little impressed by what he's been doing in the ring. He went up to Louisville, he had a good showing. He's came back home down to Monticello, had a good showing. And now, over here at Ferguson, he's doing what it takes to stay, on top and stay in that mix. And I like I said earlier, I don't agree with hurting nobody, but
That took
man,
that took things too far, Kenny. Come on, me and you both can agree with that. And if CZ once the footage is out, he probably agreed to it too. It's a shame you get a crazed Scotsman who needs to shave his back, by the way, in his chest.
he's a pretty hairy man. I'll give you that.
But still, that's uncalled for. It sickens me. But let's move past that. I don't want to talk about that.
And I hope Chris is all right. I know that's Ferguson's
Chris
favorite
is
son.
okay. Yeah, Chris is okay.
He's good.
But that's. Let's move on to the next match.
You don't play with matches and you don't play with Roslyn, Scotland.
I don't play for. Yeah, okay, whatever. Take notes. Yeah, okay. You're only saying that because he's kissing your butt. Shut up, Wilson.
Hey,
Anyway,
calm down.
and I can say that because I'm on my
calm
show.
down. Calm down over there. All right, you're making accusations. You're making accusations again.
I just call it like I see it. All right, you know how.
All right, whatever.
But the second match was a great match. All those matches were great. That second,
we had a good Ferguson crowd.
Yeah,
Ferguson never disappoints. They love wrestling.
I've always said, even when I wrestled there, that crowd's rowdy as heck, man. And I love
Ferguson's rowdy. Now, Joe, I got to get you down to Campbellsville because I'm telling you, I think the Campbellsville crowd. I might be a little biased because it is my alma mater. I think the Campbellsville crowd is going to bring a lot of energy this year.
Maybe, but you know what? I think November the 8th, there's going to be a lot of energy there.
Oh, Joe, November the 8th. I personally can't wait for Metcalfe County, November the 8th. I would like to thank you as well. I think we would all like to thank you for helping putting this together. I'll let you go ahead and say what's going on November the 8th.
Yes,
That's
we're
all
going
you
to have none other than Cash Flow, a.k.a. Bigfoot, from
Chop
Tulsa.
Chop coming to town, baby.
Yeah, shoo. You want to talk about Chops. Who I know he's not. I know he's not wrestling. He's just there for a meet and greet. But Chop Shop. That man. I'm a fan of Chops. I give him and I take him, but I don't want my chest caved in.
No, that's a big. That's a Bigfoot hand.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what that is.
That is a Bigfoot hand indeed.
Yes, it is. I mean, protect Sylvester Stallone. Imagine what he'll do to you.
Right. And he quickly became a fan favorite on that show. And all he did was, to me, he just acted like himself. Like he's just a good old Kentucky boy. He'll do anything for family. And that's
Mike is
exactly
a good guy.
How we're raised here. Yeah.
Mike is a good guy. He is a very good guy. I've been a fan of Chop. You know what? And I didn't necessarily like the League of Brutality.
You didn't?
Not at all. But let
Really?
me tell you what, I've always thought a lot of Mike.
Mhm.
But as far as the league, as far as Big Zoe, Isaiah, Josh Ashcraft, I wasn't a fan of that stable. I like all of them individually now, but I wasn't a fan of the League of Brutality. That wasn't no.
If you want brutality, you need to go back to the IWA days when he went up against Roland Hardrock.
IWA Mid
Dude,
South. Let me tell you
dude.
what. Born in Louisville, taken across the bridge to Indiana, I claim IWA.
You know, hell, we might be family. Roland was from the west side of the Ville.
And you never know. Victory Park.
You never know. You never know. Never know. Oh, good Lord. Would you stop? Dude.
On fire tonight, baby.
Dude, don't do it. Listen, Wilson, I know you're not that much of an intelligent man, as we can tell in this post. No, you don't want the smoke. Even Keenan's like, no, no.
Hey, now let me tell you what though. Now what Brandon will do is you don't have to be intelligent when you press the button.
Yeah,
And
I
if
know.
you're able to press the button, money goes a long way. I mean, the stable that Brandon's got put together is pretty impressive.
I will get. God, I can't believe the words are coming out of my mouth. Even CV's going to drop his jaw. I got to give credit where credit's due. Wilson does have a pretty good little stable that's going on.
He has a good stable
But
that's
the
going
armor,
on.
but I think we see some cracks in armor though.
I don't know.
Did we see a chip in the armor with this past weekend when him and Evil Eric went at it?
Yeah.
Evil
Eric, well, see, in the Eric
going up
Porter
against
situation, you can't bite the hand that feeds you. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. I think Eric should probably be disciplined for that.
I disagree. I have
Okay,
to disagree.
okay. That's fine.
Respectfully, Evil Eric Porter, he's been around the business for a long time, and
Absolutely he has.
He's been in Triple Crown for a while too. I think he 100% deserved that shot.
Could he just be frustrated because he lost the belt to Amos Abel?
You know what? Amos Abel also had a match against what was that fella's name?
Wesley Barker.
Wes Barkley. Yeah, that guy, interesting character, if I may say so myself.
He works a lot with AMW. He's been around for a while as well.
I thought you know what? For that was I was impressed. I'll say that. I was really impressed. But I was really impressed with Appalachian Amos and having a victory. Yeah, loves it. The crowd loves him. Let's see. We took out. Oh, come on! Stop it!
Stop! You can't bite the hand that feeds you.
Oh, come on!
Eric Porter. Now let's come on. We're men. Eric Porter knew better than to go out there and try to embarrass Brandon and Ronnie. That's stuff that should be handled backstage. You wasn't due a championship match, Eric. You just lost the belt to Amos Abel. You got to step back. You got to chill out.
Oh, come on.
That's my advice to Eric Porter. I like evil Eric Porter, but Eric just got to chill out. I think he learned something over the weekend. I hope he recovers from the beatdown that he took. But I'm telling you, Brandon, you're lucky Brandon's the nice one. Because if it was up to me, we would have beat him up backstage too.
Unhinged. I don't know what's going on. What all has happened since I left? Man, apparently a lot.
It's been a lot, man.
It is unhinged over there, man. I tell you what. Luckily, I didn't smack. Oh, good Lord. Luckily, the Dalai Lama of professional wrestling didn't smack him. Self-proclaimed, by the way, CZ.
You got to bring him back down to reality sometimes.
He's self-proclaimed Dalai Lama of professional wrestling. Yeah, and then that main event, that crazy main event, dude. Ooh, I couldn't decide.
Brandon Wolf has really he's been doing his thing.
I have
can't take nothing from him.
I have seen that side of Brandon Wolf only once, and that was against James Kendrick back in December, I want to say, of 23. Whenever they went up for the Southern States title, I believe, in Monticello, that street fight. Oh my God. That
Brandon's out here. I mean, but who really has Brandon's back? I mean, I see Brandon doing this. Maybe it's time for Brandon just to be like, hey, it's time for me to get down or lay down.
Oh, come on.
Maybe I need some of the church's money. Maybe I need a blessing or some of that grace to shine through on me. Brandon, if you're out there listening, Brandon, I don't know if you're an alpha. I think you're more of a pack wolf. I think I think you should probably fall in line pretty soon, because what Trace is doing, what Charles is doing, what Ronnie's doing. See, there's a trend here. We got a table of champions. Brandon, you would look great at that table. But see, you're out here and you're running yourself thin. You thought Ronnie had your back. He didn't. He didn't. He took the contract and he turned it in. He beat Izzy Vaden. Now he's a TCW champion. Brandon, it should have been you. You see, but you put yourself last.
I like Brandon Wolf.
I like him too, but you know, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Also,
And
to this comment, I keep receipts. Just saying. Yeah. Luckily, I retired out of in-ring competition. But I'm not a nice guy. That's besides the point. But
I think we're fair. I don't consider
I
us
think we're
friendly.
fair.
I think
Yeah,
we're fair.
fair. I'll call it like I see it, and you
Yeah,
just
we're fair.
you stay with your you'll be part of the congregation, if you will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, God, this is gonna be a great year.
You don't mess with the church's money. And I'm telling you now, what if we would have forgot? What if they would have forgot who Eric Porter was and they just violated him in front of Ferguson?
What in the world's
Who
wrong
would have
with
been
you?
responsible? Eric Porter would have been responsible.
What? So hang on. So you're not only insulting my intelligence, you're insulting my co-host's intelligence too. And he's been quiet.
Hey,
So I'm sorry.
You know, Brandon called it how he sees it. He's a man built on fairness. He's not friendly.
I mean, I just call it like I see it, man. I mean, you're coming out here. You know what? No, I'm not getting into this again. I
know Eric better be back in line before the next show. I know that.
Hang on. I think you're. Allow me. I think you're a nice guy, Joe. That's why I wanted to be nice back. I let you bring the new Southern States Championship, which is beautiful, by the way. I'll give him credit.
He did let you do that.
What's like to carry a championship?
What it feel like, Joe? The world wants to know. What did it feel like?
6 months. Just saying. 6 months. I had that title behind me. It was beautiful. Who said he was? CZ again. I'm sorry that.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the ride
for this camaraderie, and Keenan's part of this church. You know what? You know what's sad? I have a mutual respect for Keenan.
I've stopped by the church a few times. I'm not an official member, but I tell you what, I put in on the building fund.
Yeah,
I want the lights to stay on in the building. I respect what the church does for my community.
Yeah, I got a question. Where is that building located at, Keenan? That you donated money to? Where is that at?
You know what? It's still under construction.
Is it in Johnstown?
No. It's not there now. That was the other building. That was the other meeting place, and that didn't go over very well. Dang, Joe, they say you're just a bad carrier, apparently.
Yeah, you know what? No, I'm not. No, I know what he's trying to do, and it's not going to work. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
But continue.
To get a reaction.
Continue.
Okay. Oh well, actually, we don't have we broke ground on a few places for the new home of holiness. That's what I like to call it. And it's a big of a surprise is to you that it will be for me. But I'll tell you, wherever they build it, I promise they'll come.
So you donating this? No, I'm not going to. No,
I roll by faith, Joe. I don't walk by faith. I roll by faith. Okay. Now either you're rolling or you're riding. You got to pick. I decided to roll.
Brandon T. Wilson's a diamond. I mean, he thinks like a diamond, but not the one he's talking about. Oops, sorry.
No, it's all right.
No. Anyways, but yeah, man, like this, I respectfully, if you will, I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree with Wilson's antics. I disagree with Colton's antics. I don't like it. But I will say it gets the job done.
It does.
I will say that.
It gets the job done. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Actually, yes. I would say so. Yeah, it was a pretty brutal smack. Yeah. Well, you know what? It was nice to have a little mini reunion of Hell, I don't even want to say it anymore.
No, go ahead, Joe. You have to say it. You
No,
have to acknowledge
no,
it.
no, I'm not that guy
Acknowledge
anymore.
it, Joe.
No, nope. I got to be fair. I got to call it down the middle. I want to be. It's my show. I turned over a new leaf. I'm not the
We
guy.
had some big guests tune in tonight.
Yes, we did. We had some really good guests tune in tonight. We had Mr. Brandon T. Wilson,
Absolutely.
one of the
Say it.
great manager in Triple Crown Wrestling. Why is that in my notes? I don't know why. You have Champ Charles Colton,
Absolutely.
who is making a run through professional wrestling scene here in Kentucky and I want to say Indiana too, if I'm not mistaken. Charles, if
Absolutely.
I'm mistaken with that, I apologize.
We had Johnny Swade.
Yep, Dave Buin, Johnny Swade, Austin Michaels, who was on here
Austin
earlier.
Michaels.
But
The general himself.
General,
the 5-star general, Austin Michaels. Love his work.
Maybe
Love
negative.
his work.
Maybe
they
negative.
need to treat him better. You know that? He doesn't deserve a lot of that foolishness that happens to him.
Maybe negative 5 stars. We'll say that. Maybe negative 5.
Here we go, Joe. You have to give respect where respect is due.
You know, I will say this.
Now, brother, it's for life, Joe.
Hang on. I will say this. If somebody wants to blame me for having a mouth, it's him, okay? If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have a mouth. There, I said it.
Okay.
There. It was weird. I was running down memory lane today, as one does, and you did too a little bit. I seen that you posted where you managed and some help here. That was a memory lane, and someone else who was with me during that time who helped me get that. The professor of professional wrestling, Mr. Roy RKY himself. I miss you, buddy. I wish we could one more time.
He's doing great. Would love to sit down and pick his brain one
Dude.
day.
Dude, you talk about someone who's insane with professional wrestling knowledge and someone who's a great manager. No offense to you, I know you were a manager yourself.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But, I respect the legends.
But you know what? A lot of people like later on when I went a little solo, something still felt missing, and I think he was that missing piece because man, magic, boom.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
I had a chance to shake his hand at the Hall of Fame show, man. That was big to me.
Yeah.
That Hall of Fame show, just walking through the back, man, there was so many different faces from so many different companies.
Yeah,
loved it.
CZ interviewed me on Wizard Talk, which we need to get a new episode pulled up here, CZ, pretty soon. He interviewed me on the Hall of Fame, and I said it's awesome to see all this, the different differentiations of different eras in one locker room, which is something we want to accomplish with the Hall of Fame, just for the young people to get a chance to pick these guys' brains who was up and down the road for 30 plus years.
Absolutely.
And it worked. It worked. See, I can say this, and I think even Wilson will admit, people call me stupid when I had the idea of starting the Hall of Fame and presenting this show. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Triple Crown took a chance on it, and you know what? It was a success, and I can actually laugh and tell people, ha ha, we did it. I'm saying we because it took more than one person. It took a committee.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do it again next year. And we'll have some more information on that probably within the next.
We're going to do it the year after next.
And we're going to do it after that.
And we're going to keep this thing going because the thing about it is, what I respect about you, Joe, like you said, we strive to be the best at what we do. And I think we both realize that we're the ones that write the end of this story. Yeah. We're the ones that has the pen. We control the narrative and how this story goes. And we just, we got a big book to write, buddy.
And also, TSW representatives were there. There was a lot of different representatives for different companies there. And
there was a lot.
A lot. And the fans, the respect from the fans. CZ, I will make sure, hell or high water, you're coming down next year. I want to see cards subject.
We'll make it happen
at the merch booth. But yeah, me and the committee, we've talked. We're in talks right now on where to put it out. We need to have that meeting still. And I will say this. If you thought last year's was good, this next year, this coming year is going to be even better because
bigger and bigger every year.
Exactly. Now, I understand and I appreciate everybody who stuck with me. You especially, you checked on me when my pops passed away. We had that going on a little bit, kind of pullbacks and things, but this year we're more focused. There's a lot more people who are going to help push this focus. And the Hall of Fame is going to be great. And we're going to have a great commentator there too. So,
absolutely.
And that's Keenan. And
Yeah. I knew who you was talking about.
you knew I was talking about.
I knew you was talking about.
Yeah, Hall of Fame is great. Thanks. Oh, good Lord.
You know, where else could you say you had Brandon Wilson, you had Mike Woody, you had Bobby Blade, you had Professor Bear,
Exactly.
all in one house at one show. When I got there and I arrived and I seen everybody there, I looked across and I seen Austin Michaels. I came to the back, Ronnie Roberts, and there's Charles Colt. And Joe, you were there. And then Tiny was there. Aaron Rose was there. I mean, it was one of
Bobby Blade.
Bobby Blade. I'm telling you, it was one of those. I'll never forget the Hall of Fame show. And I'm very thankful to have got to work that show, the inaugural Hall of Fame show. I can't wait to work it every year that you had me there. And it meant a lot to me. The building was fantastic. We had a great crowd. Everything went right.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that it went right for you, man.
Well, you know what? I say this. Let's go ahead and let's make some new memories and continue on this greatness, because there's been feeling a little itchy lately. So yeah, I'll just say that.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying that. So, but you know what? I'll say this. I'll be nice and say, Wilson, I hope to see you again really soon. When's the next TCW show aside from November 8th? Is it November 1st?
The first, I do believe.
November 1st, back at the old Ferguson gym. Oh, we forgot somebody. Terry England.
Terrific Terry England. A legend in itself. Longest running company in the state of Kentucky.
In history of the state of Kentucky, that is right.
History of the state of Kentucky. So when you talk about wrestling, you have to bring up Terry England in this area. I think of growing up, I remember watching Ultimate Championship Wrestling, man. And then Danny Davis and Terry England raised a lot of us people here.
Well, people got to remind me we got to remember Terry as when we look at a gas can. And I'll just say that. You all know what I'm talking about.
Get you for that one, man.
Yeah, he's going to get me.
Yeah, he got you.
I'll get a hateful voice message pretty soon after this show. Now it was Wilson's fault. He didn't feel the
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to that Caverna Super Show, because I'm starting a petition right now. I want to announce at the Caverna Super Show, damn it. I'm good enough.
I need advice on how to do that.
Right.
I try all the time, but he's like, Joe.
No, this year, if we don't, damn it, we're riding. If we don't get to work the Caverna Super Show, we're riding.
November 1st is Ferguson, Kentucky. November 8th is Edmonton, Kentucky. December 6th back in Ferguson. Thank you, Wilson, for that. So you know what? I'll come back November 1st if they will allow me to come back again.
I'll probably be able to sneak in the back.
Oh, that's pull the whole Elvis Presley and just
we'll sneak in the back. We'll figure something out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? I damn dude, I miss it. I miss not really in ring, but I miss just helping with the show, hanging out with the guys. It's awesome.
Great atmosphere.
Really
great. It takes a village. It takes a village, and it's so much more. And and you might not always get the props, but the way that the great Brandon Wilson took me under his he's taking me under his learning tree, his tutelage, and he's taught me so much about wrestling. And only 5% takes place in the ring, so I know sometimes you may be working in the back and you may not feel valuable, but I promise it takes everybody from the
February 26th, Campbellsville.
Takes everybody.
Yeah. And that's a great, great ring crew, great production.
Great ring crew. Absolutely. Work hard.
Dare I say, phenomenal professional wrestling. Making
the way it
ought
to be.
As it ought to be. Exactly. Making
wrestling
as it ought to be. Well, I think we went a little over. CZ, sorry you got caught up in the TCW banner.
That's okay.
I should say.
We're going to bring him down here. CZ got to come to a show in person. What if we brought the Joe Monroe Show to TCW and we just...
I thought about doing a little live thing, kind of like Kill Tony, but instead of jokes, we do interviews.
Absolutely.
That would be pretty fun. But, that we'll put a pin in that. But other than that, that's all I got. CZ, remind the people where they can find you at, sir.
Well, you can find me, as always, CSTC Podcast I will hype our newest show in the family of Cards Subject to Change, and that is Wrestlebacks. We just had our second episode this past Tuesday. Go check that out in our archives. We talked about Eddie Guerrero and JBL from 2004. But of course,
Right.
Cards Subject to Change most every Sunday, depending on what we're covering that week or who we're interviewing. 6:30 Central Time, right here on Facebook or on YouTube.
Right, and as with me, I don't have Ducky with me today, but I did. My daughter here brought me DD, Double D. What's going on, Double D?
Oh, DD.
Delta Dawn, we call her Double D. She's the littlest one out of the family.
There's nothing wrong with it.
But, I appreciate everybody being on here. If you love professional wrestling, keep on enjoying it. Keep on spreading the love. But if you're going to be a troll and hate on professional wrestling, hate on the people that work so hard, shut up and enjoy professional wrestling.
Yeah, you're a loser.
Don't forget to check out the Wrestling Society Network. Excuse me. It was built by wrestling fans for wrestling fans. Go on thewrestlingsociety.com. Go ahead and make your free account. It's 100% free. And we're actually working on a new website. So
that's Professor Bear, right?
that's Professor
Love
Bear
it.
is co-CEO. As so is
Absolutely.
Brady Owens. You know what? I need to hook you and Bear up. I think that would be a heck of a show right there. So what do you think, CZ? We may get them on the round table next week. We'll see what we can do there.
Man, I'm there. You tell me when to be there and just make sure my plate's ready.
Yeah. Also, I want to say we may be getting taken over by a certain podcast. I'm not going to say who next week, but it's going to be a great time. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Those who are having a 3-day weekend, sorry, CZ.
Absolutely.
You have a great 3-day weekend, and we'll see you next Friday for the No Sell Round Table.
Right.
Take
Everybody
it
stay
easy.
safe. Watch Crown Jewel at a safe place. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Crown Jewel's actually since they're overseas, it's going to be coming up here in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Drink your
8 a.m.
coffee,
Eastern
drink your
time.
energy drinks, get started, and have a great time. We'll catch you
Absolutely.
later, folks.
Did you like the video? Don't forget to go like, subscribe, and follow us on all of our social media outlets. We'll see you next time.